What's up, guys? Marten here. Wow, what a roller coaster we've had today. Many cryptos made yearly new lows, but then in the last couple of hours we got a major move to the upside, and some of the major cryptos are now in the green, but we don't know if this will last until we close within 3 hours from now. But it's a perfect day for trading, that's for sure. Now, in this video, we'll have a look at Ethereum and Litecoin, and also a follow-up on Binance. But let's get started here with the total altcoin market. 3 monthly short, and earlier today we did go down to around 47 billion. But then we got this interesting move to the upside, where we almost touched 50 billion again. Now, let's have a look at the weekly chart for Ethereum. What happened earlier today was that Ethereum set a new yearly low at $80. And that is in this area from May of last year, where we do have some minor support around 80 to 90 bucks. But still looking very bearish here on the weekly chart. On the daily chart, here we can see that yesterday Ethereum did take out the low here from 98 and then fell dramatically to the downside. And that has continued today earlier. So Ethereum was down 9% at the most earlier today. But now it's up basically 1%, 2%. It's very volatile right now. So we don't know if it will form a potential bottom here, but what is positive here, if we were to end in the green, that is the volume is very high here, which is interesting. But if we were to close here in the red, we could get some more downside here tomorrow. So make sure to read the daily close within 3 hours. Now, here is the hourly chart. So what's very interesting here is that from this low here earlier today, in 3 hours we made this major mega move. So that was a 25% move in 3 hours. Pretty extraordinary. And now we've sort of fallen back again here. So it's kind of hard to know how this day will end. I can't make any good predictions right when we look at this 1 hour chart. But on the 8 hour chart, it does look like this. So it's still uncertain here how we'll close the day. So hopefully we will close this 8 hour in the green here, and preferably higher than where we are at the moment, which is $90. So here's the weekly chart for Litecoin. And Litecoin actually made a new yearly low here, and that was at $22.25. And that is in this area, if we go back in time from May of last year. This area right here, we do have minor support around 20 to 25%. At least it does look a little bit better than the support for Ethereum if we compare the two here. And also, if we were to make a retracement here from the very peak at 370, Litecoin has now retraced 94%. So that is pretty substantial, and we can compare that to when Bitcoin fell in 2013 and 14. Then it retraced 89%, I think. So it's pretty similar numbers here, 94 and 89. So keep those numbers in mind. And let's look at the daily chart here for Litecoin. It's right now down 7%. So earlier we did have a pretty nice hammer looking, but now we've gone down much more since that. So I would like to get a closer above 25. Then we could get an interesting hammer for tomorrow. But earlier today here we were down 15% for the day. and touched the low right here. So watch Bitcoin and Ethereum here if they were to end in the green, which could be positive here for a continuation to the upside here for Litecoin if we were to get a nice hammer. And then we could look at this next fib level at $30. But right now it does look very suspect here. It's kind of hard to tell where we're headed. But finally, I want to do a follow-up here on Binance, because we looked at Binance on Wednesday, and that is when we had this candlestick. So I mentioned that it does look like it could be a good time to take some profits. And that clearly was the right move here when we had the next candlestick. We formed this very negative red bar here. So if you did not sold here, you should definitely have sold here, because since then we've retraced 100% from this peak here. So it started about here and then went all the way up here, but now we've gone down to basically the same level here. So that is what happens sometimes, and that is why it's so important to read the charts and sort of try to get a nice exit like up here in this region here. So perhaps this could be a good time to accumulate for the long term in this area, if you do like Binance as an investment. So finally, let's head over to altcoinbus.io, because we do have an article here about Binance. The Binance DEX, which is decentralized exchange, is just around the corner. So some good news for Binance. So make sure to read those, and let's hope for a good weekend here for the cryptos. And have a great weekend. Goodbye.